Chapter 1. Welcome to Zany Zoo. Meet Timmy, a friendly zookeeper caring for all the animals in Zany Zoo. He has a big smile and wears a green hat. Timmy starts his day early, preparing breakfast for the animals with love and care. As the sun rises, he strolls through the zoo's colorful paths, eager to greet all his animal friends.
Good morning, Jumping Jack.
Timmy calls out as he approaches the towering giraffe enclosure. Jack lowers his head gently, and Timmy gives him a handful of fresh leaves, which Jack happily munches on. Next, Timmy visits Polly's playful penguin pool. "Morning, Polly!" he exclaims, watching the little penguins waddle around excitedly. He tosses some fish, and they swim happily, delightfully splashing water. Making his way to the roaring lion's den, Timmy encounters Leo. "Hey there, Leo, my majestic friend," Timmy says, admiring the lion. Leo responds with a resounding roar, and Timmy chuckles, knowing that Leo loves to show off his powerful voice. As Timmy continues his rounds, he reaches Sally's swinging monkey playground.
Hey, Sally. Ready for some mischief today?
Timmy asks with a grin. Sally scampers over and playfully tugs on his green hat, making him laugh heartily. Ella, the elegant elephant, waits patiently for Timmy near the watering hole. "Good morning, Ella. It is time for your refreshing shower," Timmy says affectionately. Ella sprays water from her trunk, drenching both of them and causing laughter to echo through the zoo. At the end of the day, Timmy takes a moment to sit by the lake, observing the graceful flamingo, Freddie, as he stands on one leg, looking like a quirky ballet dancer. The zoo comes alive with color and excitement as Timmy interacts with each unique animal, ensuring they are happy and well cared for. He knows every animal by name and takes pride in his role as their caretaker. As the sun sets over Zany Zoo, Timmy bids farewell to his animal friends, promising to return tomorrow for more adventures. The animals, in turn, gaze at their caring zookeeper with fondness, grateful for the safe and joyful home he provides. And so, as the stars twinkle in the night sky, Timmy leaves the zoo with a heart full of happiness, looking forward to another day of fun and wonder in the marvelous world of Zany Zoo. Chapter 2. Jumping Jack the Giraffe. Jack is the tallest animal in the zoo. His long neck and legs make him stand out among all his friends. His patches are a beautiful blend of orange and brown, resembling the patterns of the savannah where he once roamed. Every morning, Jumping Jack eagerly greets Timmy with a gentle nuzzle as the zookeeper approaches with a basket of fresh leaves. "Good morning, Jack. Ready for breakfast?" Timmy says with a cheerful tone. Jack nods his head in response, and his eyes sparkle with excitement. With grace and elegance, Jack reaches his long neck towards the highest branches, plucking tender leaves with his prehensile tongue. Timmy loves watching this extraordinary sight as Jack's tongue wraps around the leaves, gently pulling them into his mouth. Jack enjoys exploring the expansive enclosure designed to resemble his natural habitat. The tall trees give him plenty of opportunities to stretch his long legs and highlight his impressive height. Sometimes he plays a fun game of leafy leap, where he tries to reach the juiciest leaves at the very top of the trees. But it is not just the leaves that make Jack happy. It is the camaraderie he shares with his fellow zoo animals. He often leans over the fence to chat with Sammy the Silly Snake, who curiously slithers by and exchange friendly banter. Jack's friendly nature also extends to the other animals in the zoo. When Leo the lion roars, Jack lowers his head to hear the king of the jungle better, and in return, Leo offers a friendly nod. During the day, children and families gather to see Jumping Jack in action. They marvel at his height and giggle as he reaches for leaves high up in the trees. Some even mimic his stretching poses, pretending to be a giraffe momentarily. As the sun sets, Timmy returns to the enclosure to bid Jack good night. "Sleep tight, Jumping Jack.
See you in the morning,"
he says with a warm smile. Jack lowers his head gently, acknowledging Timmy's presence, and prepares to settle down for the night. In the peacefulness of the evening, Jack gazes up at the stars, grateful for his home in Zany Zoo. He knows he is loved and cared for and feels a deep sense of belonging with his animal family and his dear friend, Timmy, the zookeeper. And so, Jumping Jack the Giraffe drifts off to sleep, dreaming of the tall trees and vast savannas he once roamed, knowing that Zany Zoo is where he belongs and where he can continue to reach for the stars, both literally and figuratively. Chapter 3, Polly the Playful Penguin. Polly is a cute little penguin with a black and white coat, waddling around the icy slopes of her home in Zany Zoo. Her round belly and bright, curious eyes make her a favorite among the zoo's visitors. Polly eagerly joins her fellow penguin friends in a joyful waddle dance as the morning sun casts its rays over the penguin pool. They flap their wings and bob their heads, creating a heartwarming spectacle for everyone watching. One of Polly's favorite activities is sliding down the icy slopes. With a joyful squeal, she jumps onto her belly and glides effortlessly, zipping across the ice like a feathered ice skater. Her friends cheer her on as she gracefully spins and twirls, leaving a trail of laughter in her wake. But Polly's love for sliding is not just for fun. It is also a practical skill. When it is time to dive into the water for a swim, Polly takes a running start, slides on her belly, and gracefully splashes into the fabulous pool. The children and adults alike watch in awe as Polly dives, catching glimpses of her underwater acrobatics through the transparent glass walls of the pool. Polly is also a social butterfly and cherishes her penguin friendships. She spends hours playing games with her friends, like fishy hide and seek and tag you're it. They chase each other through the water, laughing as they swim in playful circles. At feeding time, Polly eagerly waits for Timmy to bring out trays of delicious fish. Quickly, she snatches the fish from the air as Timmy tosses them into the water. Seeing Polly's agile movements and excited flapping when she catches her favorite treat is delightful. Beyond the water, Polly loves to explore the rocky terrain surrounding the penguin pool. She often hops from one rock to another, honing her balance and coordination. Sometimes, she even stops to admire her reflection in the water, flapping her wings in delight at seeing her adorable self. When the zoo quiets down in the evenings, Polly loves to huddle with her penguin friends, keeping each other warm and cozy. They exchange soft coos and chirps, sharing their day's adventures. As the stars twinkle above Zany Zoo, Polly snuggles into her favorite nesting spot, grateful for the love and care she receives from Timmy and the zoo's visitors. In the serene quietness of the night, Polly drifts off to sleep, dreaming of more icy slides and playful moments with her penguin friends. And so, Polly the Playful Penguin finds happiness in her home at Zany Zoo, where she can slide, swim, and share joyous moments with friends, reminding everyone that a heart full of playfulness can make life feel like an eternal winter wonderland. Chapter 4, Leo the Roaring Lion. In the heart of Zany Zoo, Leo the Roaring Lion reigns as the Jungle King. With his golden fur and a magnificent flowing mane that makes him look regal and powerful, Leo commands respect and admiration from all who encounter him. As the sun rises over the zoo every morning, Leo awakens from his slumber and stretches his massive paws. He lets out a deep, resounding roar that echoes through the zoo, announcing to everyone that the king has arisen. Timmy, the friendly zookeeper, listens from a distance, knowing that Leo's morning roar signifies the beginning of another exciting day. Leo spends his days patrolling his vast savannah-like enclosure, exuding confidence in every step he takes. He stops by the watering hole, taking a refreshing drink and sometimes cooling off by splashing water playfully with his giant paws. As he walks, Leo occasionally stops to scratch his majestic mane with his strong claws, grooming himself to perfection. His grooming sessions are often accompanied by soft purrs that signal contentment. The visitors to Zany Zoo eagerly anticipate Leo's appearances throughout the day. They are in awe of his awe-inspiring presence when they approach his enclosure. Timmy loves telling visitors stories about Leo's life in the wild and how he became the Jungle King. Leo enjoys spending time alone, basking in the warm sunlight, and sometimes lying lazily under the shade of a big tree. However, he also appreciates the company of his fellow zoo animals. He shares a special bond with Ella, the elephant, often exchanging gentle nods and greetings. But it is during feeding time when Leo truly shines. Leo's eyes gleam with excitement as Timmy brings out a platter of succulent meat. He waits patiently, his powerful muscles tense, ready to pounce at the first opportunity. When the moment arrives, he springs into action, gracefully catching the food midair, much to the delight of the onlooking crowd. While Leo may appear fierce, he has a gentle side too. When the sun begins to set, he likes to find a comfortable spot and gaze at the twilight sky. He wonders about the vast world beyond Zany Zoo, imagining the jungles where his ancestors once roamed freely. As the stars emerge, Leo roars one last time for the day. It is not a loud, commanding roar like in the morning, but a softer, more soothing sound, conveying peace and contentment. As night settles over the zoo, Leo curls up on his favorite rock, knowing he is safe and cherished in his home at Zany Zoo. He runs through the savannas in his dreams, leading his lion pride with strength and courage. He knows that even though he is far from the wild, he is still the proud king of the jungle, ruling over a realm filled with love and wonder. And so, Leo the roaring lion rests peacefully, ready to face another day as the magnificent king of Zany Zoo, where his majestic presence and mighty roar continue to captivate the hearts of all who encounter him. Chapter 5, Sally the Swingin' Monkey. High up in the treetops of Zany Zoo resides Sally the Swingin' Monkey, a mischievous little monkey with long arms and a curly tail. With her vibrant brown fur and mischievous eyes, Sally's playful spirit is contagious, making her a favorite among visitors and her fellow zoo animals. As the sun peeks through the leaves, Sally awakens with boundless energy. She leaps from branch to branch, swinging on vines and giggling. The friendly zookeeper, Timmy, often chuckles at Sally's playful antics as he brings her favorite fruits for breakfast. Sally's true passion lies in swinging from tree to tree, and she is an expert at it. With her long arms, she gracefully grabs a vine and soars through the air, her curly tail acting as a perfect counterbalance. She loves to show off her swinging skills, captivating visitors with her acrobatic displays. But Sally's playful nature does not stop with swinging. She is a master prankster, and her zoo friends are her favorite targets. One of her favorite tricks is dropping leaves onto the heads of the other animals from high above the trees. She finds it hilarious when Leo looks around, puzzled by the leafy rain. And Polly the Penguin is another one of Sally's favorite playmates. Sally often teases her by pretending to fly, flapping her arms wildly while perched on a high branch. Polly waddles below, watching with amusement as Sally shows off her flying skills. Despite her mischievous pranks, Sally has a heart of gold. When she sees any of her friends feeling sad or down, she quickly swings over to cheer them up. She knows just the suitable games and jokes to bring a smile back to their faces. When feeding time arrives, Sally's playful side becomes evident once again. She enjoys using her agile fingers to peel bananas and open nuts, sometimes playfully tossing the shells at her friends. She munches on her treats while hanging upside down from a branch, delighting the visitors with her cheeky antics. At the end of each day, Sally curls up in a cozy nest high above the ground, surrounded by leaves and soft branches. As the moon rises, she reflects on the ventures and laughter she shared with her friends that day. In her dreams, Sally swings through magical forests, visiting far-off lands filled with curious creatures. But in the end, she always finds her way back to Zany Zoo, where she knows she belongs. The zoo is her home, and Timmy and her fellow animals are her families. And so, Sally the Swingin' Monkey drifts off to sleep, looking forward to the next day filled with swinging, pranks, and endless laughter at Zany Zoo, where her playful spirit shines brightly, bringing joy and happiness to everyone around her. Chapter 6, Ella the Elegant Elephant. In a spacious enclosure at Zany Zoo lives Ella the Elegant Elephant, a gentle giant with big floppy ears and a heart full of warmth. With her gray skin and soulful eyes, Ella captures the hearts of everyone who meets her. Ella begins her day by stretching her long trunk high into the air, emitting a trumpet-like sound to greet the morning. The caring zookeeper, Timmy, smiles at her endearing display as he brings a freshwater supply and delicious fruits for her breakfast. One of Ella's favorite activities is spraying water to keep herself and her visitors cool. With a mischievous glint, she playfully aims her trunk at anyone nearby, showering them with refreshing droplets on hot days. The children laugh and squeal in delight, grateful for the gentle giant's cooling gesture. But spraying water is not just for fun. It is also part of Ella's daily routine to keep her skin moist and clean. She knows that staying comfortable and healthy is essential for her well-being and takes excellent care of herself. Ella's gentle nature extends to her interactions with the other animals in Zany Zoo. She often shares her water with her friends during the scorching afternoons, providing a refreshing mist to the nearby animals. As the day progresses, visitors gather around Ella's enclosure, eager to witness her incredible presence. Timmy educates them about elephants' intelligence, compassion, and strong family bonds in the wild. He also shares how Ella found her way to Zany Zoo, where she now thrives in a loving and nurturing environment. At feeding time, Ella highlights her dexterity by picking up fruits and leaves with her agile trunk. She brings the food to her mouth with precision, savoring each bite. The visitors are mesmerized by her grace and finesse, marveling at the beautiful sight of Ella enjoying her meal. In the afternoons, Ella loves to take leisurely walks around her enclosure, her massive footsteps creating a soft rumble on the ground. She explores every nook and cranny, leaving footprints as reminders of her presence. As the day draws to a close, Ella makes her way to a giant mud pit in her enclosure. With a contented sigh, she rolls around in the mud, covering herself from head to toe. The mud is a natural sunscreen, protecting her sensitive skin from the sun's rays. In the tranquil evening hours, Ella enjoys spending time with Timmy, who sits nearby, sharing stories about his day and listening to the peaceful sounds of the zoo, settling down for the night. As the stars twinkle above, Ella curls up in the corner of her enclosure, her big ears gently flapping as she drifts off to sleep. She dreams of vast savannas, herds of elephants, and the loving memories of her family in the wild. And so, Ella the elegant elephant finds solace and happiness in her home at Zany Zoo, where she shares her cooling sprays, gentle nature, and boundless love with the visitors and her fellow zoo animals, reminding everyone that the most remarkable things can come from the gentlest giants. Chapter 7. Oscar the Outgoing Ostrich. In a lively corner of Zany Zoo, you will find Oscar the Outgoing Ostrich, a fast-running bird with long, graceful legs and a curious personality. With his sleek black and white feathers, Oscar stands out as one of the zoo's most active and energetic residents. Oscar greets the day with enthusiasm as the sun rises, stretching his long neck and legs, eager to start his adventures. Timmy, the ever-attentive zookeeper, brings out a bucket of delicious seeds for Oscar's breakfast, watching with amusement as the ostrich's head darts back and forth, picking the seeds with lightning speed. Oscar's favorite activity is running, and he is incredibly good at it. With his powerful legs, he can reach astonishing speeds, making him one of the fastest animals in the Zany Zoo. Oscar is ready to show off his running skills when the zoo opens its gates to visitors. Oscar's speed fascinates children and adults alike, and they gather around his enclosure to witness his incredible talent. Timmy often organizes friendly races between Oscar and the zoo visitors, and it is always an exhilarating experience. With a mischievous glint in his eye, Oscar playfully challenges the kids to keep up with him. He zooms past them effortlessly, leaving a trail of laughter in his wake. The children cheer and clap, admiring Oscar's lightning-fast sprints. Not only does Oscar love racing with the visitors, but he also enjoys running alongside his fellow zoo animals. He often challenges Jumping Jack the Giraffe to a race, and the two create quite the spectacle, with Jack's long strides and Oscar's speedy legs complementing each other. Oscar explores the spacious enclosure he shares with his friends when it is not racing time. He loves to strut around with his head held high, displaying his elegant feathers. He also enjoys digging for insects and worms with his beak, a fun way to stay engaged and satisfied. At lunchtime, Oscar enjoys a well-deserved feast of fresh fruits and vegetables, pecking at them with his strong beak. His long neck allows him to reach for food high above the ground, making him quite resourceful in finding tasty treats. In the evenings, as the zoo begins to quiet down, Oscar takes a moment to rest under the shade of a big tree, his long legs comfortably tucked beneath him. Timmy visits to bid him good night, patting his smooth feathers gently. As the stars twinkle above, Oscar dreams of endless races, fast and accessible on the open plains. He knows that even though he is in the zoo, he can still share his love for running with everyone who visits, reminding them that life is about enjoying every moment, just like a swift and adventurous ostrich. And so, Oscar, the outgoing ostrich, finds joy and fulfillment in his home at Zany Zoo, where he races with the visitors and his animal friends, spreading the excitement of speed and encouraging everyone to embrace the thrill of life's exciting journeys. Chapter 8. Freddie, the Funny Flamingo. Amidst the picturesque ponds of Zany Zoo stands Freddie the Funny Flamingo, a charming pink bird with long, skinny legs. With his quirky personality and infectious sense of humor, Freddie is a favorite among visitors and his fellow zoo residents. Freddie's day begins with a graceful ballet-like dance as he balances expertly on one leg, striking a pose that never fails to amuse onlookers. Timmy, the observant zookeeper, chuckles at Freddie's daily ritual as he brings him a bucket filled with his favorite shrimp snacks. With his beak held high, Freddie strolls around his pond, strutting and swaying, pretending to be a model on a fashion runway. His vivid pink feathers and flamboyant flair never fail to brighten the mood of anyone who crosses his path. But it is not just Freddie's impressive balancing act that makes him a crowd pleaser. He has a repertoire of funny dances that he highlights during the day. He twists, turns, and dips, putting on quite a show for the zoo's visitors. Children giggle and clap, mimicking Freddie's comical moves. Freddie also loves making friends, often engaging in playful competitions with the other animals. He challenges Polly the Penguin to a dancing contest, and they waddle and twirl together, each displaying their unique style. When the sun is high in the sky, Freddie takes a break from his performances and cools off by wading in the shallow waters of his pond. He dips his long legs into the cool water, splashing playfully and occasionally spraying water at the passers-by, causing peals of laughter. Freddie finds a cozy spot near the water's edge as the day approaches. He balances elegantly on one leg, gazing at the setting sun with contentment. Timmy comes by to say goodnight, and Freddie flashes him a charming wink, ending the day with a final comedic flourish. Chapter 9. Bella, the Beautiful Butterfly. In the enchanting gardens of Zany Zoo, you will find Bella, the Beautiful Butterfly, a colorful, fluttering creature with delicate wings. With her radiant hues and graceful flight, Bella symbolizes joy and beauty throughout the zoo. As the morning dew sparkles on the flowers, Bella emerges from her cocoon, stretching her vibrant wings to their full glory. Timmy, the caring zookeeper, watches in awe as Bella takes her first flight, weaving gracefully through the blooming garden. Bella's wings are adorned with a mesmerizing pattern of brilliant colors, catching the sunlight and creating a kaleidoscope of beauty. She delights in fluttering from flower to flower, sipping nectar with her long, delicate proboscis. The visitors admire her elegance as she dances among the blossoms. One of Bella's greatest joys is bringing happiness to others. She flutters around the zoo, visiting every animal and every visitor, leaving behind a trail of smiles and wonder. Her presence is like a tiny splash of magic that brightens even the dullest day. Bella often engages in a playful chase the breeze game with Oscar the ostrich. She hovers just out of reach, teasing him with her graceful flight. Oscar runs enthusiastically, while Bella flutters above him, playfully leading the way. But Bella's enchanting presence is not limited to just the daytime. At dusk, as the sky transforms into a canvas of pastel hues, Bella performs a mesmerizing aerial dance display. She weaves intricate patterns in the air, a breathtaking spectacle that captivates all lucky to witness it. When the night falls, Bella finds a quiet corner in the garden and rests on a fragrant blossom. She gently folds her wings, cocooning herself in a peaceful slumber. In her dreams, she soars through the starry skies, spreading joy and beauty far beyond the boundaries of Zany Zoo. And so, Bella the beautiful butterfly continues to bring delight and wonder to the zoo, where her graceful flight and vibrant colors remind everyone that even the smallest creatures can leave the most significant impact, uplifting hearts with their radiant beauty. Chapter 10, Sammy the Silly Snake. In the lush greenery of Zany Zoo, Sammy the Silly Snake slithers gracefully through the grass, his bright scales glistening in the sunlight. With his friendly eyes and gentle demeanor, Sammy is a beloved reptilian zoo resident. Sammy loves interacting with the zoo's younger visitors, especially the curious children who meet him. He enjoys playing hide-and-seek with them, using his slender body to hide in the tall grass. The children giggle with delight as they try to spot Sammy, who reveals himself with a mischievous hiss, playfully surprising them. Despite his lack of legs, Sammy can move swiftly and gracefully. He effortlessly glides through the grass and explores every nook and cranny of his enclosure. Timmy, the observant zookeeper, occasionally joins in on the hide-and-seek games, making Sammy's playful escapades all the more enjoyable. Sammy's charming personality and gentle nature help dispel any fears some visitors might have about snakes. He uses his tongue to smell the air, and the children are fascinated by this unique behavior, eager to learn more about Sammy's extraordinary abilities. When the weather is warm, Sammy loves to bask in the sunlight, stretching out on a flat rock and soaking up the rays. The children often come to watch him sunbathe, marveling at how Sammy can control his body temperature by absorbing the sun's warmth. Sammy enjoys a feast of small rodents and insects at mealtime, using his sharp fangs to catch his prey. The children watch in awe as he dines, seeing a side of Sammy that is fascinating and a little mysterious. As the day winds down, Sammy coils up in a cozy spot, wrapping himself in a spiral pattern. Timmy comes by to say goodnight, and Sammy responds with a gentle hiss. With a contented heart, he drifts to sleep, dreaming of more hide-and-seek games and friendly encounters with the zoo's visitors. Chapter 11, Gina the Graceful Gazelle. In the vast savannah of Zany Zoo, Gina the Graceful Gazelle roams elegantly, her slender legs carrying her gracefully through the open plains. With her sleek, golden-brown coat and large, soulful eyes, Gina embodies beauty and grace. As the sun rises over the savannah each morning, Gina joins the other gazelles in a breathtaking display of synchronized running. They leap and bound, their hooves barely touching the ground as if floating on air. Timmy, the admiring zookeeper, marvels at Gina's poise and the sheer beauty of the gazelle herd. Gina's favorite activity is running and leaping across the broad savannah. She loves to race with her fellow gazelles, their hooves pounding the earth in perfect harmony. The visitors gather to witness this awe-inspiring sight, captivated by Gina's speed and elegance. Gina also enjoys playfully leaping over bushes and small logs, highlighting her agility and grace. The children cheer and clap, inspired by Gina's majestic leaps, often trying to mimic her movements in their own playful way. When the sun is at its peak, Gina seeks shade under a tall acacia tree, her large ears flapping gently to cool herself. Timmy often brings her fresh water, and Gina gratefully drinks, savoring the refreshing sensation. In the afternoon, when the temperatures are more relaxed, Gina resumes her graceful running. She ventures into a designated running track where she performs her signature leaps and bounds, leaving the visitors in awe of her natural prowess. As the day draws to a close, Gina gazes at the setting sun, her heart filled with contentment. Timmy bids her good night, and Gina responds with a tender nuzzle. With a final graceful leap, she rests under the starlit sky, dreaming of running free on the vast savannah. Chapter 12, Wally the Waddling Walrus. In the aquatic paradise of Zany Zoo, Wally the waddling walrus enjoys a life of aquatic delights. With his rotund figure, long tusks, and endearing whiskers, Wally exudes charm and a laid-back spirit. Wally spends his days gliding effortlessly through his water pool, his chubby body buoyant as he navigates the gentle waves. He delights in playing peekaboo games with the zoo visitors, submerging himself in the water and then popping up unexpectedly, eliciting laughter and amazement. Swimming is not just played for Wally, it is a way of life. He loves to dive deep into the pool, searching for fish and other tasty underwater treats. The visitors wonder as Wally's smooth body disappears beneath the water's surface, only to reappear moments later, his tusks gleaming in the sunlight. Wally enjoys basking on a rocky platform near the water's edge when he is not swimming. He sprawls out on his back, his whiskers twitching contentedly, and relaxes in the sun. The children find his laid-back demeanor endearing and often spend time observing him, fascinated by the walrus's leisurely lifestyle. Wally is also quite sociable and enjoys interacting with his zoo friends. He and Ella the elephant have a special bond, often sharing playful splashes in the water pool. The two gentle giants bring joy to the visitors as they frolic together in the water. At mealtime, Wally savors his favorite seafood dishes, using his impressive tusks to snag the fish with precision. His playful nature extends to mealtime, as he often tosses fish into the air and catches them with a flip of his whiskers. In the evenings, as the zoo winds down, Wally retreats to a cozy corner near his pool, his body gently swaying with the water's current. Timmy comes by to bid him goodnight, patting Wally's back affectionately. With a satisfied yawn, Wally settles into a peaceful slumber, dreaming of swimming in vast oceans and enjoying the warm sun on his thick hide. In his dreams, he knows that Zany Zoo is his beloved home, where his playful waddling and aquatic adventures delight all who visit. Chapter 13, Tanya the Talented Tiger. Tanya, the talented tiger, is a magnificent striped predator with piercing amber eyes in a secluded area of Zany Zoo. With her sleek, powerful body and graceful movements, Tanya embodies the essence of the wild. As the day begins, Tanya stretches her lithe muscles and gazes intently at the zoo's visitors. Timmy, the attentive zookeeper, brings her a feast of meat, acknowledging Tanya's natural instincts as a skilled hunter. During feeding time, Tanya's hunting skills come to the forefront. She crouches low, her eyes locked onto her prey, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. The visitors watch in awe as Tanya's powerful muscles propel her into action. With lightning speed, she catches her food in midair. Tanya's impressive displays during feeding time captivate the visitors, reminding them of the tiger's innate hunting prowess in the wild. Timmy shares fascinating facts about tigers and how important it is to preserve their natural habitats to ensure their survival in the wild. Apart from her hunting prowess, Tanya also enjoys playing with toys and engaging in various enrichment activities provided by the zookeepers. She interacts with specially designed puzzle feeders, stimulating her mind and satisfying her curious nature. Tanya's enclosure is designed to resemble a lush jungle, providing her with plenty of space to explore and roam. In the afternoons, she enjoys taking leisurely walks, her powerful stride echoing the grace of her wild counterparts. When the sun begins to set, Tanya finds a tranquil spot to rest, her striking eyes surveying the surroundings. Timmy comes by to bid her goodnight, showing her care and respect for the majestic creature she is. Chapter 14, Danny the Daring Dolphin. In the sparkling waters of Zany Zoo's aquatic exhibit, Danny the Daring Dolphin exudes boundless energy and playfulness. With his sleek body and friendly eyes, Danny is a favorite among children and adults who watch his aquatic performances. Danny's days are filled with delight as he leaps and flips through the water during his daily shows. He soars into the air with a resounding splash, twirling with grace before diving back into the sparkling pool. The visitors watch in wonder, captivated by Danny's aquatic acrobatics. His playful nature shines through as he interacts with the zoo's dolphin trainers, splashing them affectionately and responding enthusiastically to their cues. The children cheer and applaud, thrilled by Danny's high-energy displays. When not performing, Danny enjoys playing games with the visitors. He glides alongside the glass walls of his enclosure, delighting in their laughter and joyful reactions. His charming demeanor leaves a lasting impression on everyone who witnesses his aquatic antics. Danny is also a curious and intelligent creature, always eager to learn and participate in enrichment activities designed to stimulate his mind. Timmy, the observant zookeeper, provides Danny with various toys and puzzles, challenging him to solve problems and keeping his keen mind engaged. In the evenings, as the zoo begins to quiet down, Danny finds solace in the tranquil waters of his pool. Timmy comes by to bid him goodnight, patting his smooth skin gently. With a graceful dive, Danny rests, dreaming of the vast ocean beyond Zany Zoo, where he can swim freely and play among his fellow dolphins. In his dreams, he knows that Zany Zoo is his home, where his daring performances and playful spirit bring joy to all who come to see him. Chapter 15. Farewell from Zany Zoo. As the golden sun sets on the horizon, casting a warm glow over Zany Zoo, all the animals gather to say goodbye to the visitors. They line up near the enclosures, each unique creature expressing gratitude in a particular way. Tanya, the talented tiger, purrs softly, her amber eyes conveying a sense of contentment for the care and respect she receives at Zany Zoo. Sammy, the silly snake, playfully slithers, forming amusing shapes with his body as if bidding the children a light-hearted farewell. Gina, the graceful gazelle, leaps gracefully, highlighting her elegant movements and reminding visitors of the savannah's beauty. Danny, the daring dolphin, performs a final somersault, splashing playfully, as a farewell gesture that leaves the visitors in awe of his aquatic prowess. Each animal takes its turn, expressing appreciation for the love and care it receives at Zany Zoo. Timmy, the caring zookeeper, stands beside them, conveying their heartfelt messages to the visitors. With gratitude, the animals thank the visitors for spending time with them, learning about their unique traits and creating cherished memories. As the last rays of sunlight fade away, the animals bid a fond farewell, promising more adventures and moments of wonder in the future. And so, the magical day at Zany Zoo ends, leaving the visitors with the knowledge that every animal they encountered was a reminder of the incredible diversity and beauty of the animal kingdom. As they depart, the memories of their time at Zany Zoo remain in their hearts, inspiring a newfound appreciation for the wonders of the natural world and a desire to protect and preserve it for generations to come. The Zany Zoo was written by Peter Smith